BC's current climate plan, which is called Clean BC, is simply insufficient.
2 years after a record-breaking heat dome killed hundreds of people in BC, protesters are ramping up their efforts to get governments to take more action on climate change.
The BC Climate Emergency Campaign has a list of 10 urgent actions that we have sent to the Premier, and they cover everything from transportation to agriculture to buildings. Most importantly, it's about ending fossil fuel expansion.
The protesters outside David Eby's office on Wednesday demanding the Premier create what they call a genuine climate emergency action plan. It was one of 2 climate protests in Vancouver, the other outside the office of the Federal Minister of Fisheries and Oceans.
Trying to get the government to act on climate change. I've been doing this for years and years and years, and we are still fracking. We have had over 600 people die in BC from the heat dome we had. Millions of animals were killed, and it's just going on and on and on, and they keep expanding and expanding.
The anniversary of the heat dome is also prompting a new initiative. People have been writing the number 619 on sidewalks in Metro Vancouver, commemorating the 619 people who died. The group behind it says it wants action to stop another mass casualty event and makes several demands on its website, including a mandated maximum indoor temperature of 23 degrees in apartments and public buildings and 24-hour cooling centers.
We're taking a menu of action here to respond to this issue.
City News asked BC's Health Minister about the 619 initiative on Tuesday.
And we're going to have to do more. And I want to emphasize, though, included in these actions is a comprehensive plan to address climate change in our province. But the response is not over.
Protesters say action isn't being taken fast enough, adding the impacts of climate change are already here.
We all have been experiencing the wildfire smoke that is getting worse and worse each summer, and that's affecting the entire country, not only BC. As time goes on, everybody is going to be more and more impacted and harmed by the effects of the climate crisis.
The calls for action come as Metro Vancouver faces another hot week, with highs possibly reaching the 30s in some areas. In Vancouver, Monika Gul, City News.